That's fine, Sten. I'm not going to be around for long either. Just going to ramble for probably a good 30 fucking minutes, maybe an hour. Okay, so fucking Chris. Chris and this kid Bryce. They're the same. They're one and the fucking same. Okay. Context. Everybody knows about Chris. If you've been following my show, you know about Chris. Chris has a doppelganger now. And I totally forgot about him. Showed up to work 3 times last year. He's the next door neighbor to Scott. So he lives right next door to the shop. His name is Bryce. There's a giant earthen mound in front of the shop. Half the parking lot has this giant earthen mound around it. The reason why? It's so that we can burn brush without it catching any fire, catching any of the fucking side of the road on fire during like a dry season, like grass and shit. Well, everybody knows weeds find a way to grow. So this whole fucking earthen mound is probably like 15 feet tall. So it's pretty much practically a small hill, just as a wall. It's overgrown with weeds, and it's not going to be tough. All you have to do is walk over, and you can just pull them out. That's it. It's not that bad. It took him 5 hours to do it. 5 hours. And here's the thing. Here's the big fucking kicker. The weeds were already taken out. The weeds were already taken out because Sunday, for whatever fucking reason, Donald told Josh to go over there and pick it all. And he picked it all, but he didn't fucking put it away. He didn't bag it. He didn't throw it into a barrel. He didn't put it in a wheelbarrow. He just picked it all and said, there, have someone fucking clean it up tomorrow. It's my day off. I'm going home. I'm going back to sleep. So all Bryce had to do is just walk over to each pile, pick it up, put it in a bag or barrel or wheelbarrow, and walk it right towards the brush pile, which is not 10 feet away. Took him 5 hours to do it. Took him 5 fucking hours. And I know it took him 5 fucking hours because I mowed Scott's lawn, which is right next door. And I watched him. He'd pick up half of it, half of a pile, pick it up, put it in the wheelbarrow, then start just running up and down the hill. Just running up the hill, fucking just throwing some rocks at the hill, just watching the traffic, watching the trucks, Donald's trucks come in and out, offloading freight, picking up freight, just fucking about. And then when he'd turn and he'd see me, I'd be staring right at him. And I'd be fucking lifting up the bag on the mower, dumping the grass, still looking at him, put the fucking bag back on, move the barrel, fucking walk behind the fucking mower, disengage the brakes, shift her back into second gear, and I'd still be looking right at him, thinking, what the fuck are you doing, kid? And he's like 19. He's 18, 19. Acting like a fucking 13-year-old. And after 5 hours, and this shows you that he did not work. He was wearing black fucking cargo pants with a black t-shirt on with black sneakers on a hot, sunny fucking day. And he was walking around with the smallest fucking lunchbox I've ever seen, and it was filled with a 6-pack of Coke. He never touched that Coke. And I know he had a 6-pack of Coke in it because as soon as he was done, just fucking about for 5 hours. Didn't even finish. He didn't even finish his fucking work. Like, this is how I know he did not do any fucking work. And this would show from anybody who was watching him that he didn't do any work. If you were working on a hot fucking day, you would have taken your shirt off if you were wearing a black shirt. Especially if you're wearing black jeans, black cargo pants with black shoes on. Black attracts heat. That is the worst color to wear in the summer. I wear fucking blue denim jeans and a white tank top to work, and by 2 hours into work, I've already taken the tank top off, and I'm sitting there just regretting wearing my jeans to work. But if I was doing what he was doing, wouldn't really be complaining. But he walked right into the shop and told Donald, "I'm bored now." And Donald said, "All right, you're done for the day." Moseyed on down the fucking driveway of Scott's, watching me mow. Cuts right across the fucking lawn. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this idiot doing? And then I realized, oh, this is the fucking retard from last year that worked 2-3 days and then got tired of it because it was hard work. Walked right over to his house, started picking weeds in the bed. Then he sat there for the next hour and watched me finish up Scott's fucking lawn. Cracking open just guzzling down those cans of Coke. Just popping them one after the other while he's watching me work. And that's not even the worst of it. My day has just been shit. The entire fucking day has just been shit. I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning so that I could go to the shop for 5, so I could go with Orlando, Haitian, and my father to put that pool in. The one that I had to go to, they only had like a 1/2-inch fucking stump of a weed underneath it because they leveled it Saturday. I didn't go in Saturday. Fuck no. I worked well over 40 hours last week. Not going in Saturday. If it was like 30, if I had worked like 38, maybe between 38 and 40 hours, I'd work Saturday. I worked well over 40 hours last week. So they leveled it. They didn't put the pool in. They didn't fill the pool. A water fucking truck was coming in today. I'm supposed to go with him. My father texted me and Orlando texted me. Orlando's picking you up for 5 o'clock. You're going to be here at the shop at 5:30. The water truck's going to be there for 6. I'm like, great. Because, my lack of sleep isn't that much of a fucking concern. Then Orlando texts me at fucking 4:30 in the morning. When I wake up, I'm getting ready. It's gonna be 10 to 6. I pick you up. Okay. I get undressed. I put my lunchbox back to where it was. I go right back to fucking sleep. I wake up at 5:30. I get ready again. I pack everything up. My father texts me. Orlando's going to be out there at 5:30. I was like, weird. I've been sitting here watching a fucking short YouTube video with everything all packed. It's 5:30 right now. He's not here. Told me 10 to 6. Oh, okay. Then, with my one bloodshot fucking eye open, I go to the fucking Cumberland Farms. I grab the drinks I'm going to need for the day. I grab my father a coffee like I always fucking do. And when we get to the shop, my father takes his sweet-ass fucking time getting ready. Only for Orlando to finally tell me, "Oh, you're not coming with us." Didn't your father tell you that? No. Yeah. Donald doesn't want you coming with us. It's just going to be me, Haitian, and George. Then why the fuck did I wake up at 4:30 in the fucking morning? Why the fuck did I then wake up at 5:30 in the morning? Why the fuck did you not tell me? Why the fuck am I even here? It's 6 in the morning. Donald doesn't want me in till 7. I don't know. So that's my start to the morning. So now as soon as that happened, not 10 minutes after, around 6:10, my father, Orlando, and Haitian leave. So I'm sitting there for 50 fucking minutes in the cold summer morning. Just contemplating my existence. Going, what the fuck am I doing here? I could have just walked to fucking the breakfast shop that I go to all the time, the breakfast restaurant, Danny's Seafoods. I could have walked right to Danny's Seafoods, sat right fucking down with Donald, had fucking breakfast with him, and he would have driven me to the shop. I would have been there. I would have been able to wake up at 6 in the morning. Granted, I probably wouldn't have slept because I've been hardly sleeping. But still, would have had enough time to sleep, get a little bit of sleep in, then have breakfast. Then Ricky comes in, Josh comes in, we're getting everything ready. In walks Chris. Oh, you got 3 guys now. Take Chris with you. Drop one off at Avis's, have him walk the mower back, check the corner house, then do your father's house. Guess who got stuck with that job? Same thing as every day. Chris watched us fucking load everything. And I just fucking said, whatever. I had a fresh pack this morning, smoked right through 3/4 of it before it even turned 7 o'clock in the morning. I had already smoked 3/4 of it because I was that pissed. Josh just looks at me while I'm lighting up another cigarette. He's like, that looks like a fresh pack. I'm like, was a fresh pack. He goes, how many did you smoke already? I was like, I opened it this morning at like 5:30 in the fucking morning. You've smoked that many already? I was like, Josh, I don't want to have fucking questions just thrown at me. Just not in a good mood today. What am I doing? Am I going with you or am I getting dropped off at Avis's? Well, I can't let Chris do it because Chris will blow up the mower. I got to keep an eye on him. I got to drop one of the guys off in a fucking field and mow that. But yeah, you're probably going to be stuck doing it. All right. I get dropped off at Avis's. Josh is nice enough to have Ricky and fucking Chris weed whack everything for me. Cut my fucking job down by 2 hours. So I get done mowing all this at like 12 in the afternoon. I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm pissed off still. I had to watch Bryce just fiddle fuck about. I bring the mower in, right into the garage. I fucking put everything away. Bryce left the fucking goddamn tool shed open. Supposed to be locked. I put the barrel in. I put the loppers in. I put all my tools away. I lock it. I walk right into the shop. Before I could even tell Donald, hey, go use the shed, he immediately tells me to go out fucking back with some quick dry and a block of wood. And I'll leave you on that cliffhanger because I gotta mix my dinner. Okay. So, you might be wondering, quick dry a block of wood? What is quick dry? Quick dry is like kitty litter. You dump it on an oil stain on asphalt or concrete. Anywhere you drop any stone or porous type of, it has to be some kind of stone-based or asphalt-based material where oil's been spilled. You take a fucking cup of this shit, you dump it on it, you let it sit for a little bit, and then you grind it in. Usually with something that's not a block of wood. Usually you have a tool that goes with it. Sometimes you just leave it right there, especially if you just spilt the oil, say you're doing an oil change and you don't have the fucking catch basin under it and it just drips right onto it. You take that and you instantly throw it down on it. It sucks in all the oil. Then you just scoop it up and you'll just have a light stain. And then you can throw down a little bit more, let it sit there for a bit, rub it in, sweep it up, done. You've completely removed, almost completely removed the oil stain from the asphalt or the concrete. Well, Donald's too cheap to have a tool like that. So he gave me a block of fucking wood. Block like 6 inches off a 2x4. He gives me a whole 5-gallon bucket of quick dry and this block of fucking wood and tells me to go right out back, not 10 yards away from the shop where he has oil barrels filled to the fucking brim with used oil. Some of them have leaked all year, the whole year beforehand, because me and Cash put the fucking barrels there and covered them. Well, apparently a few of them leaked slowly but surely, like a sieve, over the course of a year. So this whole area of asphalt is now completely stained heavily with oil, and he wants it clean. So I had to pull the fucking barrels out on the pallets with the pallet jack, move out of the way, grab a broom, grab a shovel, grab a wheelbarrow, and just start dumping this shit onto it and let it sit there. And I spent the better part of 4.5, maybe 5 hours just rubbing this shit into the fucking ground. I rubbed it in so much, the asphalt was falling apart because oil eats through asphalt. Just a common fact. It's a common fact. Oil eats through it. Just eats and chews right through asphalt. So I'm just sitting there contemplating my existence again. Why the fuck am I just grinding asphalt? I'm pretty much just sanding asphalt right off of the fucking ground. He's going to have to put new asphalt down. So after like 4.5 hours of this shit, I was like, fuck this. I walked right to the shop. I was like, Donald, I'm just fucking picking up asphalt. You're gonna have to fucking just remove that whole chunk of asphalt. It's just a waste. Just a waste of time to fucking do it that way. Really? I'm like, yeah. That oil's been sitting there for how long, you said? About a year. All right, then. No, there's no point saving it. There's no way you're going to save it. That was a waste of 5 gallons of quick dry. Oh, well. At least you got 5 hours. That's it for today, boy. Oh. You don't know how much I wanted to strangle him with a fucking cord or a bungee cable. Anything. Anything. I wanted to strangle him. And then, because it didn't stop there, I got stuck at the shop for a good half hour, helping move a fucking horse into the fucking horse corral way back. Because half of Donald's property is technically farmland. So I had to help fucking bring a horse out of a fucking trailer into the back of the horse corral. Then I got to ride back. Went to the grocery fucking store. Almost got hit twice on a one-way because the asshole was going the wrong fucking way on the one-way. And I got stuck behind someone who bought, and I'm not being hyperbolic with this. They bought 30 cases of Gatorades. That's 7 bottles long by 4 or 5 wide. I think it's 35 a case. Bought 30 of the fucking things. And I just, for some reason, this whatever higher power is above us, if there is a higher power, just for some fucking reason was like, you know what? He's in a pissed off mood. Let me piss him off a little bit more. I got stuck with a brand new cashier. And instead of just going, oh, 30 cases of Gatorade, they're all priced the same. 35 times 30 is that much. I'll type that in. Then scan 1 so that it'll scan every single one instantly. Nope. Instead of doing that way, she scanned every single fucking one by hand. So I had to sit there while she scanned 1,000 of these fucking things. She scanned 1,000 fucking Gatorade bottles. Beep, 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 beep. That's all I kept fucking hearing. I heard 1,000 beeps. Well over 1,000 beeps. I think 30 times 35 is like 1050. 1050 of the fucking things. And I'm just sitting there hoping and fucking praying that this guy does not have the money he needs to pay for these fucking Gatorade bottles. I'm like, please let him not have almost $1,000 on him. Please. Because the guy, I already knew the guy's buying them for his fucking convenience store. Why else would somebody buy 1,000 fucking Gatorade bottles? They weren't even on sale. So I knew the guy's probably got a convenience store buying a fuck ton of Gatorade bottles because they're vastly cheaper buying them that way, I guess, instead of just, buying them in bulk from the fucking goddamn company that makes Gatorade. Nah, fuck that. I'll buy them here. And he filled I think it was 4 fucking carts, 4 grocery carts filled to the brim with Gatorades, just stacked upon each other. Do you really need that many, sir? Then, once I get my groceries, I finally get out of the fucking store. My frozen foods and my meats that I bought are getting warm because I've been sitting there waiting for 1,050 fucking Gatorade bottles to be scanned. Once I have that all done, I get a text. Oh, hey, the pool burst. We're replacing it tomorrow. Orlando's going to pick you up at 5 in the morning. Oh my God. asked my father. I was like, am I going? He's like, nope. He's like, nope, you're not. But you're going to get dropped off. So, you might want to bring a coffee for me in the morning. Well, at least one good thing happened. My food's done. So that's all set. Also, I have not talked to the hot chick. There's a hot chick at the convenience store I go to get my cigarettes, which I haven't bought cigarettes because I bought a carton. I bought a carton from a store in town near Donald's workshop because it'd be cheaper to fucking buy it. It was cheaper to buy a whole carton there than it would be to buy 10 packs from the store I go to, because they're charging like $11.50 a pack, and I think I paid for the whole carton like $90, $90 to $100. So instead of paying, actually, hang on, let me do the math. $11.50 times 10. Yeah, instead of paying 50, I pretty much saved. I forget how much it was because I bought a bunch of fucking junk food too while I was there because I was hungry. But I think I came, like, my total bill came to $124. So I either saved $15 or $20 doing it that way. And if I bought the carton from them, they would have tacked on an extra $20. So, but this chick, for some reason, does not call anybody else hun or love. She's like my age, might be younger, maybe a few years older. She's in the ballpark area of my age. And she's like, oh, hi, hun, or hi, love, how you doing? Only me, though. And you might be thinking, oh, well, she might just be saying that to every guy. Or she might just say that to everyone. No, there's been multiple occasions where there's like 30 fucking people in line, and she'll just be like, hi, how you doing? Hello, is that all? But then when I show up, she goes, oh, hi, hun. Oh, hi, love. Oh, hi, handsome. That's it. I'm apparently the only one. So one of my friends fucking has been poking me with a stick and going, ask her out. She seems into you. I choked today. Because why the fuck not? It's just my luck. It's just my luck. Fucking, I walked up to her today because I went to grab some soda while I was fucking just venting just trying to cool off because I was pissed because of that fucking text from my father. So I walk in, I grab a couple sodas. I'm walking up to the fucking counter, and she's the only one working. So I'm like, oh, it's the attractive chick today. And she's got a roll of she's got quarters all over the counter, and she's filling up one of the quarter rolls, coin roll things. And so I'm not paying any attention. I put my drinks on the counter. And I thought she said, sorry, just give me a second. That's what I thought. That's what I thought she said. So I responded, take your time. Just blurted it out. I'm in no rush. And then she cocked her head and goes, what? I'm like, oh, take your time. Like, you putting the quarters in the roll. She's like, I asked how you were doing. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I asked how you were doing. I'm like, never better, always worse. And she's like, oh, well, that's kind of a funny saying. Like, that's my saying. And then we hear the Portuguese music playing in the background because the feast is coming. This Thursday it starts and it ends on Sunday. So I guess the fucking people in the fucking down the street or a couple blocks away were testing the fucking audio for all the fucking speakers. It's like a 4x4 block radius. It's just the feast. She's like, oh, wow. Going to the feast? I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh, when? I'm like 6 a.m. She goes, what? The feast is closed at around that time. It opens up at noon. I'm like, I clean it. She goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I clean it. It's part of my job, especially during the feast. Really? Like, you garbage? I'm like, no, it's just I'm a landscaper for a company north of here in town, in the town, but fucking my boss is close friends with the guy who started the feast, so for cleaning it with his crew, me and like 6 other guys, we get free food and free drink at the feast when we do go. Plus, we get free breakfast every morning when we do it. Really? Oh, I might have to go with you. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do? I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll think about it, bye. And then I just hurried out. Awkwardly walking away. I choked. I am not a ladies' man like people like to fucking think I am. Far from it. Far from it. Stab me in the fucking eye, please. Oh, God. Also, for anybody, and I have to thank a special somebody who sent me this on Skype because it was from Vice. There is a group of Dungeons and Dragons players who I guess played in prison. They got together and played Dungeons and Dragons in prison, and after being released from prison, they still meet up, I guess, to play Dungeons and Dragons. And if I remember correctly from the documentary, one of the guys stabbed a dude at the D&D table that was fucking with him because he saw that they were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and so he was essentially fucking with them. So one of the two dudes literally stabbed a guy, and he had priors because of it. So, but yeah, Wednesday, I will do an honest to God podcast. There's a lot I got to talk about that's actually relevant in the news. Game of Thrones. I'm gonna watch. I just cooked dinner so I can sit down. I get everything. I took my shower. I got my laundry done. I got supper ready. I'm gonna sit down, eat some fucking nice food, watch the 3rd episode of Game of Thrones, and then I will give my fucking opinion about the first 3 episodes. Fuck me. I gotta talk about something about Iowa State College, I think. I heard that on the news today on the radio. That pissed me off. And then maybe laugh at Trump and his idiocy. And probably talk about Dungeons and Dragons, because why the fuck not? I'm a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. And I will I have a special bitch fest to go through, which is Tolkien related. Something that's been pissing me off, but I think that's enough rambling for now. I hunger. So I will talk to you later, Dan. I will talk about that. I will talk about that Wednesday because I actually am with Angry Joe for once on something. That's a big shocker. But I will talk to you, Dan, on Skype. I'm just going to grab my food. Now I'm going to sit back down at the desk. I'll probably shoot a message in the chat. And then probably start watching Game of Thrones and talking to you at the same time. Shooting the shit. Shit in the chat. Having a nice old fireside discussion. But talk to you in a bit, Dan. You have a nice night. And all of you have a nice night.